With the September 1st game at Notre Dame, for the first time since 2014, the Michigan Wolverines face all three of their traditional rivals, the Irish, Michigan State, and Ohio State. All three of those games coming on the road. And as Mark Coons reports, it's never too early to talk football rivalries.
It is fitting that the Big Ten Media Days this year in Chicago are on the Magnificent Mile on the corner of Michigan and Ohio. Come November 24th, the conference's two traditional superpowers will intersect once again in Columbus. But before we can get to that point, both schools have to, believe it or not, get through other rivals.
Rivalry with Notre Dame, excited about it. I had a chance to watch the game as a kid in person, and had a chance to play in the game twice, and watched it once from the sidelines as a player. And I've coached there against Notre Dame. It's so close, you know, it's that 2.5 hours away, two great Midwestern teams. Excited about it.
I think it's everything. You know, it's the first game of the season, and I think it's going to kickstart, you know, the 2018 Michigan Wolverines identity. And if we go in there and do what we need to do, I think that we're going to have a great result and a great identification of who we are.
I'm happy it got renewed. This is like I said, this is a great opportunity, and it's cool for me two reasons. One, because like I said earlier, I was on the scout team, so that was one of my first experiences at Michigan, was getting beat pretty bad by Notre Dame, and I don't intend that to be one of my last experiences at Michigan.
As for Ohio State, before the Buckeyes can really focus on the game, there's trips to Penn State at the end of September and East Lansing in early November.
Maybe all the focus is on the other rivalry, because that will never change. However, and I don't believe it's just Coach Antonio, I believe it's Michigan State, Ohio State. There's an incredible history there. It just so happens we're in a 7-year, this will be the 7th year that every game comes down basically to the wire. A lot of times it's for the championship, and that's a credit to not just Coach Antonio, but my gosh, they got good players. So the good thing is, getting ready for that game, there's zero motivation. Our players have so much respect for that team that they're going to be ready.
That's a special game for me. I can't wait to get back to Penn State, because you can only learn so much as an offensive lineman through your coach, but certain things you have to learn from experience, and I think it's going to be a great experience for our young guys, for something that they could get accustomed to playing away and being on the road and not being able to hear and communicate. Like that's a big deal for us, and I think it'll be a great experience for our younger guys.
I mean, it's difficult. I mean, we got a lot of good teams in the Big Ten. We got Penn State, we got Team Up North, Michigan State, we got us. I mean, we're some top-notch teams.
But it does all come back to Ohio State and Michigan. Wolverines haven't won in Columbus since the year 2000 and have just 2 wins in Ann Arbor since then.
When you look at over the course of the past 4 years, every year we've played them, it's come down to the fourth quarter, and it's come down to who's made the most mistakes, other than the first year we played Ohio State in 2015. So all of those games have been close games, and I feel like as long as we do what we need to do and take advantage of every opportunity, we'll come out on top.
Like Coach said earlier, we got to improve and be better. So that's what we try to do. I mean, there's really no words to say about it. I mean, we got to win. We got to beat them. You know, being here at Michigan, you got to win those type of games. You can't just keep losing them, and that's what we're going to try to change this year. And me personally, being my last year, that's my ultimate goal, is to win every single game, win those big games for Michigan, and it's my last chance at it at Michigan. So I just want to be Michigan State, Ohio State as bad, really bad.
Drives us quite a bit. Yeah, we want to win.
In Chicago, Mark Coons, BCSN.